Zodiac spins round and round, round and round, round and round. Wheel of the Zodiac spins round and round, bringing us our future. Hey, Tubies, it's Psychic Bob. Well, I'm sitting here today looking at my cool Zodiac wheel pendant. Isn't that great? This is a famous pendant. It belonged to the famous psychic and astrologer Jean Dixon, and some of you may know who she is. She lived here in the Washington area where I lived, and when she died, I bought out some of her estate pieces, and I got some of her jewelry, and I love it. So I'm wearing that today because today is a special day. Today we're having our contest winner, and some of you got my message last night. Put out things saying, send me your birth date information. I'm going to pull somebody and we're going to do a Zodiac reading. So today we're doing that. That's right. And I went ahead just a little while ago, right before I filmed, and pulled out of the hat one of the names. And I want to say, before we get that, thank you to all of you who submitted. Don't worry if you didn't get pulled today. Don't be upset. We're going to do more of these, okay? But I think you'll enjoy seeing this anyways. And we pulled a name today. And our winner for the contest is Jeff in Arizona. Hello, Jeff. Thank you for entering our contest. Well, I tell you, we're going to do Jeff's reading today. And Jeff, I hope you're excited about this as much as I am. Thank you for watching Spirit Channel. Thank you for submitting your entry. Well, anyways, Jeff, I got to tell you, I'm very excited about your chart. Your chart is a fascinating example of how the universe works its power. And, just to give you guys some insight, Jeff was born on December 11th, 1968 at 1:11 a.m. in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And, Jeff, that I think makes you part of Generation X, which I am as well. I was born in January 68. So hello, fellow Generation Xer. But you got a great chart here. Being born on December 11th makes you fall under the zodiac sign of Sagittarius. That means your sun, at the time you were the planet of the sun, was in the house of Sagittarius. That makes you a fire sign. This is a wonderful sign. A lot of power. Fire signs are interesting people. They have a lot of get up and go. Sagittarius is a sign that is not just a lazy sign that sits around. They are the hunters and the gatherers. They go out, they make a goal, and they accomplish it. So you have a lot of power, a lot of firepower to accomplish goals. And I look at your chart and I can see throughout your life that you've had a lot of energy pushing you towards success here. What's interesting is you have a moon sign of Leo. Leo is the planet, or excuse me, the moon sign is the sign that is about our inner self. And you've got Leo, which is very much a star quality sign. Leo means that you like to be larger than life, that you're an entertainer. A lot of celebrities have Leo in their chart. And I think this makes you very much the life of a party. I can tell you, if I had a party and you were here, you'd be entertaining the whole crowd and they would love you. That's that Leo energy. So that moon is how you are on your inner self. And your inner self is very much a performer, very much an entertainer. I love that. Now, what's also fascinating is you've got the planet Mars in the sign of Aquarius, which is an air sign. This also means that you're an excellent communicator. And you've got Mercury also in Aquarius. So both of these are, air signs that mean you're an excellent communicator. You're very convincing. You're good at promoting ideas that you believe in, and you could sell, sand to the people in Saudi Arabia. But I love your energy here. Now, what's also interesting, despite all of this kind of airy, entertaining energy and a lot of talk, you're actually very grounded as a person. I say that because your rising sign, the sign that was on the horizon at the time of your birth, is Virgo. Virgo is a sign of methodology. It's a sign of order. It's a sign of focus and organization. So you might be out looking like, the glamorous movie star, but really inside also, you've got a fast track to success because you have a plan, you've got focus, you've got order. And that Virgo really brings some grounding to your sign because that's an earth sign. So for all your fire and air energy, it's balanced by that ascendant Virgo, which I think is great. The thing that really has me fascinated in your chart is that you've got 4 major planets all in Aquarius, which is an air sign. So interestingly, even though technically you're a fire sign, the overall energy in your chart is predominantly air energy, which actually works really well with your sun sign. It doesn't mean it means you don't have inner conflict. You're at peace with who you are. And, you know, these planets, Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, and Uranus, are very powerful. Mercury in Aquarius really gives you the power of communications, as I mentioned. Mars gives you that firepower. It means you can force your energy and get people to see your point. Jupiter means, in Aquarius, means that you are friends with the whole world. You have the blessing of drawing good people into your life. It also indicates that you believe in success. You will have success in your life, but it's not done through dominating others. It's done through cooperation with others. So you're definitely a team player. Even though you have very much a strong leadership element in your chart, it shows that you don't use that to dominate people, that you'd rather work with people in a congenial way. This is a key to success for you. Competition is not really your thing. It's more like partnership is your way to success. And it really looks like you do that looking at your chart here. You also have the planet Uranus in Aquarius. Uranus is the ruling planet of Aquarius. Again, it emphasizes the air element, the power of air and Aquarius in your chart. Uranus is also the planet of sudden insight, wisdom, erratic ideas. Now, people around you, Jeff, may say, Jeff, you're crazy. And you know what you say to them? Yep, you're right, I'm crazy, and I'll laugh with you. But the secret is, Jeff, as they're laughing at your insanity, what they perceive as insanity, you are mad to the point of brilliance, and you can laugh with them, but the difference is you laugh all the way to the bank. So I have to say this because with this Uranus very strongly figuring in your chart, it also means that you want to trust your zany ideas. You may have a business idea in mind, like I'm going to build a business and do it this way. Everybody around you will say you're crazy. But I tell you, the alignment of the planets with that Jupiter and that Uranus and Mars and Mercury all together, it means you can come up with insane ideas and make them successful. Wonderful, wonderful energy. I really have to encourage you here, okay? Now, what I also find very interesting is you've got the planet Neptune in the sign of Scorpio. This indicates a very strong psychic nature. I do believe you have a lot of psychism. You may have a little bit of inner conflict with making peace with that, but it is a valuable tool in your chart, and I see you having a planet like that in Scorpio. It's like a double positive in the psychic mode, so definitely pay attention to your inner voice. You also have the planet Pluto in Virgo. Wonderful combination there. That means Pluto is the planet of long-term visions. Virgo is like that goal-oriented, that methodical. So it means work on your plans, trust your long-term goals. I believe you are somebody who does look ahead and say, you know what, where am I going to be in 5 years, 10 years? And if you keep that focus, that's leading you really to success here. Now, I have to tell you, I also like to study the houses because as we look at the houses, each house has planets that influence it. It has things that are important in it. Your first house is the house of yourself. That's how you feel about yourself. That's the self that you present to the world. Your first house falls in the sign of Virgo, and you've got the planets Jupiter, Pluto, and Uranus in the first house. What this means is that you are goal-oriented, and the world sees you as somebody very competent. They see leadership. That Jupiter influence gives people confidence in you, where they say, wow, this is somebody who can take us to success, who's a winner. So you should definitely keep focus. I would work in the area of management. You are not meant to be the common worker bee. You have too much talent. You should definitely be in a leadership role. Definitely push on advancement and career. Especially now, it's a good time for that, okay? That Pluto, again, in the first house means that you really do think about the future. And Uranus, again, in the first house means that, yeah, you know you're a little crazy, but you also have balance in that craziness that works for you, okay? Now, our second house is interesting. This is the house that deals with wealth. You've got Libra in the second house, and you have Mars. Now, what that means is that Libra is the sign that deals with balance, and it deals with friendship. And you're one of the people who do best. You make the most money, you have the most success, and acquire wealth. Again, not through competition, but through partnership, okay? The nice thing about Libra in the second house means that you have a good balance between life and work. Many people struggle in that area, but you figured out how to have a personal life and still be successful in your career. You have Mars in Libra in the second house, which also indicates firepower, inspiration. You're great at inspiring people. You know how to sell yourself. And self-promotion for you really works for you, okay? Just got to bring it up here. Your third house is the house that deals with communications. This is ruled by Scorpio and Neptune. What that means is in your dealings with people, in your communications, listen to your inner voice. You may have a piece of paper in front of you that has facts about somebody you're dealing with, but inside you feel something different. Trust that inner voice. Your communications lead to success, okay? Your fourth house is interesting. This falls in the sign of Sagittarius. And of course, you've got your sun. You also have Mercury in this. And this is the house that deals with the family, with your home life. The warm sun is the fire. That means you draw nourishment and warmth from your family, as well as do they you, and you have a good natural rapport in the family area. So the sun power rules your fourth house. You're good in being a family person. You love family. You're good to them, and you know how to be a good father, and good success there in that area. Okay. Now, what's interesting here is your fifth house is the house of pleasure. These are things that bring joy to your life, your sensual side. And this one is actually split between Capricorn and Aquarius. What that means is that Capricorn is the earthy side of you. It means that you have a sensual side. And what's interesting is you have the planet Venus in the fifth house. So the planet Venus is the love planet. That's great to have Venus in your house of pleasure. This means that you are a bit of a romantic and you're a sensual person. And, you know, you enjoy the natural part of humanity, love, sex, pleasure, all of these things. You have a good balance in them. There's no issue here of compulsion or bad behavior. It shows that you're a natural human and you work well as a natural person. So very, very good energy here, okay? The one caution that shows up here in your chart is the 12th house. The 12th house is the house of danger. This is things that we must be very careful of, okay? Now, your 12th house falls in the sign of Leo, and of course you have the moon also in the sign of Leo. What this means is you're undoing. This is sometimes called the house of undoing, the house of hidden danger. What this means is that you must really give more rein to your psychic self. It shows that your danger in your life comes from when you choose not to pay attention to your psychic self. And so when you get those intuitions, when you get that insight, especially for you, you must listen to it. Having the moon in the 12th house in Leo really warns me that if you don't give into your self-vision, if you don't trust your inner goal, your vision for your goal, you're going to run into trouble. So this is very good because I do feel that looking at your chart, you will own your own business here in the future, if not already. And you're going to have to really pay attention to that intuitive side, particularly in business dealings, lest someone take advantage of you, okay? So be very careful to listen to your inner voice. That's really the main warning in your chart here. Now, you do have also some interesting aspects. And just let me tell you guys, there is so much in the natal chart. I could actually go for 3 hours on his chart. So right today, we're just hitting some of the highlights. But some of the aspects, you've got Venus trine Jupiter. This means that you have great rapport with people. You will be very good in relationships with business. It also indicates luck in love. And so if you're in a place in your life where you're thinking about beginning a new, beginning in romance, or, it means you've got good energy around you for relationships. You also have Jupiter conjunct Uranus. Now remember, Uranus is the planet that deals with sudden insights. So what it means, Jupiter conjunct Uranus, means you've got the gift of insight to how to make wealth. So again, listen to that inner voice, okay? The one struggle here, as we talked about with the 12th house having Leo in the moon, you've got the moon square Neptune. Square is a negative aspect, and what that means is that your inner self is challenged through listening to that inner voice, okay? Neptune is your gift of insight, the planet that deals with intuition, psychic feelings, psychic awareness. With that moon squared, it means that somewhere inside there's a little bit of conflict of listening to your inner self. So that's a challenging aspect. So you're going to have to work on self-acceptance and learning to hear that voice and listen to it. And I really think for you, a little bit of daily meditation would go a long way. 5 minutes a day would do you really well, okay? We can talk more about that offline here, but I just want to bring over that. You also have the Sun conjunct Mercury and the Sun trine Saturn. Very powerful. The Sun is the illuminator of the zodiac. And conjunct Mercury means it gives power to communications. Again, you're a natural communicator. And you've got the Sun trine Saturn, which means you actually have wisdom. Again, you may view conflict between outer world wisdom and inner voice wisdom. They're not separate, they're together. So use that solar energy to draw into yourself wisdom. So literally let the sun illuminate your inside, okay? So trust your vision and ask for illumination, and you will see and trust the inner voice, okay? Anyways, Jeff, I hope this gives you a little bit of insight to your journey today. I've so enjoyed putting together this chart for you. Looking at your chart, again, I just want to close with saying you've got a lot of factors here for success. Air is a predominance in your chart. You're a fire sign, again, great power. So remember, be out there, be seen, keep talking, keep communicating. I really see for you a lot of success here, particularly this year. There's a lot of high energy for you, and if you can work with these natal chart aspects, it's only going to make your life better. So my prediction for you: success in business, success in love, success in life. Really good chart. Not a lot of warnings here, okay? Anyways, if you want to talk, we'll talk more offline because you may have some questions. Again, this is just a little bit of an overview. I could literally go 3 hours on this. There's a lot more, but this will give you a little help today. Well, you guys are the best. Listen, thank you for being here. Jeff, thank you for your submission. Thank you to all of you sent stuff in. Keep it here at Spirit Channel. We got more coming. By the way, if you haven't done so, pop over to my website. Check out my books over there. You can get these books at www.robert-hickman.com. I'll put the link in the info box below. You guys are the best. Listen, keep it here. Tomorrow is Friday. We're going to have UFO Friday, so make sure to be here for that. You guys are the best. I love you. Sending you my blessings. We'll see you here tomorrow, and until then, may you always blessed be.